Herbert F. Christian, June 18, 1912 – June 3, 1944, was a United States Army soldier and a recipient of the United States military's highest decoration, the Medal of Honor, for his actions in World War II. Christian was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor for sacrificing himself by drawing German fire during the advance on Rome in order to allow his patrol to escape an ambush. Christian was born on June 18, 1912, in Byasville, Ohio, the son of John G. Christian and Nellie Arthurs. He was a former inmate of the Ohio Boys Industrial School, a reform school, Christian, then a truck driver, married saleswoman Catherine Hoffman on 27 January 1939 and had a son with her in 1940. He subsequently worked as an insurance salesman in Canton, Ohio. Christian was drafted into the Army under selective service from Steubenville, Ohio in November 1942, and by June 1944 he was serving as a private in the Company E of the 15th Infantry Regiment of the 3rd Infantry Division. With a patrol from the company, Christian moved out to cross Highway 6 near Valmontone and conduct a reconnaissance of the surroundings at 2300 on June 2 during the advance on Rome. By 0100 on the next day they had mostly finished their task, but were ambushed from 3 sides in a clearing, coming under fire from 3 tanks, 3 machine guns, and at least 60 infantry. The patrol's second-in-command later reported that the patrol leader was quickly killed and its survivors went to the ground. The latter witnessed Christian, a Thompson gunner, and the patrol's Browning automatic rifle man, Private Eldon H. Johnson, stand up to divert German attention and signal for the patrol to move to the rear. Christian was soon hit by a 20mm round that nearly severed his leg, but continued to crawl forward and fire upon the German infantry, killing and wounding at least 3. Within 10 yards of the German positions, he emptied his gun into a German machine pistol man, reloaded and managed a last burst before he was killed by German fire. For these actions, he was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor a year later, on May 30, 19458. Johnson, who had been killed about the same time, also received the award. The Medal of Honor was presented to his 5-year-old son by 5th Service Command Commanding General James Lawton Collins in a Fort Hays ceremony on June 18, 1945, which would have been Christian's 33rd birthday. Christian's wife also survived him, and was present at the ceremony. Christian, aged 31 at his death, was buried at Greenwood Cemetery in Byasville. A youth camp for reform school inmates named for him was dedicated at the Ohio State Fair in 1965. The camp was closed in 1972 after a fire set by an inmate spread to the fairgrounds, causing $5 million worth of damage for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at risk of life above and beyond the call of duty. On June 23, 1944, at 1 a.m., Private Christian elected to sacrifice his life in order that his comrades might extricate themselves from an ambush. Braving massed fire of about 60 riflemen, 3 machine guns, and 3 tanks from positions only 30 yards distant, he stood erect and signaled to the patrol to withdraw. The whole area was brightly illuminated by enemy flares. Although his right leg was severed above the knee by cannon fire, Private Christian advanced on his left knee and the bloody stump of his right thigh, firing his submachine gun. Despite excruciating pain, Private Christian continued on his self-assigned mission. He succeeded in distracting the enemy and enabled his 12 comrades to escape. He killed 3 enemy soldiers almost at once. Leaving a trail of blood behind him, he made his way forward 20 yards, halted at a point within 10 yards of the enemy, and despite intense fire killed a machine pistol man. Reloading his weapon, he fired directly into the enemy position. The enemy appeared enraged at the success of his ruse, concentrated 20mm machine gun, machine pistol and rifle fire on him, yet he refused to seek cover. Maintaining his erect position, Private Christian fired his weapon to the very last. Just as he emptied his submachine gun, the enemy bullets found their mark and Private Christian slumped forward dead. The courage and spirit of self-sacrifice displayed by this soldier were an inspiration to his comrades and are in keeping with the highest traditions of the armed forces.